covering the latest in entertainment and beyond since 2011. You're listening to the RCWR Show. And now your host, as featured on Wrestling Inc. and TNA Insider, Lee Sanders.
She starred in just about 1,000 films, has also directed. She's an accomplished author, sex educator, and has been a key ambassador in speaking out for the adult film industry. She's won numerous awards throughout her career from various critic fan organizations. Top of all that, she has not only great beauty, but great brains. And man, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and the only, the beautiful and lovely Miss Nina Hartley. Nina, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Lee. Thanks for that lovely setup there. Yay.
Thank you so much for doing this. How's your week going so far? And you got to give me the details on that location spot you're doing over there.
No, this is not a location shoot. I just got done talking to a group of doctors-to-be about sexual therapy. And I'm sitting here with my friend Sparky, and we're having a bite while we watch good-looking people walk by on the street corner, which is sort of fun. What can you do? LA's full of beautiful people dressed in very little. It's about 90 degrees here. And so people are wearing as little as possible on the street.
Oh, that's what's up. See, I need to be over there because over here in the DC metropolitan area, it's been raining, it's like snowing, and we just can't figure out what's going on over here. But well, the snow stopped, but we did have it like in late April, believe it or not. It was crazy.
I mean, it made the news out here. What can I say?
You know, it's so interesting that we're here on this day, because we were originally supposed to do this last week for the listeners, but I think it's odd that, and kind of cool, that we're here tonight talking because you're in LA, so you've definitely had, you've been there in the heart of the matter with regards to what was going on with the whole Donald Sterling thing in the Clippers. I would imagine it was they talk about that. I would imagine it was crazy over there.
It was. It made all the news. Racism isn't new to this country, and his views had been well known around the city for quite a while, but this time it went public enough that something had to be done. So, yeah, he had the lifetime ban. Yeah, he got the slap on the wrist, the wet noodle. Was $2.5 million to a billionaire. But if they force a sale, he's going to make like a gazillion % profit. He bought them for $12 million 30 years ago, and now they're valued at $500 million with a B. So, boo-hoo-hoo, ban me for life, wow, take my money and I'll go home. So there's no real damage to him. There's no real harm to him. And he's going to make out like a bandit when that sale comes through. So I'm sure he tries to force it to stop in the court somehow.
Right. Do you think he's going to sell ultimately, like willingly or unwillingly?
I think he'll be forced to sell unwillingly because it's I'm not an NBA specialist, but my understanding is the owners group is a small corporation, so 75% of the owners say he has to sell. I think they can force a sale. That's my understanding of it, but he can also fight it in court, and we'll see what he wants to do. He's 80 years old. He's just go count his money and go home.
Now, I'm curious, did you hear about who's been stepping up to the plate to say they're interested in owning the team?
I heard Oprah. I heard a boxer. I can't remember his name. I've heard all kinds of names bandied about, but we'll see. I have no clue. I follow basketball a little bit, but I'm more of a football fan than I'm a basketball fan. So the politics of basketball I don't follow closely.
Let me ask you this, female to female, with regards to Oprah. What's your take about her as a potential owner? Because I know music mogul David Geffen, he said that she is a person that doesn't care anything about a basketball team. She's just trying to be that first black woman to say that she owns a basketball team. Her heart's not really into improving. You agree with those sentiments?
I don't know her personally. I don't think she's a sports fan, but she's one of the few women rich enough to be a part owner of a team. She is herself a billionaire. And she can be a silent partner. They get someone like her to be part of the money, and they get someone to run the front office, as they say, who loves the game and thinks it's amazing and it might work. I mean, just because she owns something doesn't mean she has to run it herself. But she has deep pockets and a huge name recognition, and so we'll see. But yeah, I think we're months, if not years, away from it actually changing ownership, changing hands. And I'm a big fan of the I'm looking for the word. The word is Green Bay Packer format, which is the city owns the team, and I like that. The city owns the team, and they have a big stake in it, and the team cannot be moved. They cannot go anywhere. So an owner can't say, "I'm taking my football team, like the Browns, and I'm taking them somewhere else." But it might end up being that. But I don't know where LA would get the kind of money to leverage a buyout of a team to keep it local. I don't see that because we're broke out here too.
Right. Yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens with that. One thing I noticed about you that makes you really cool, I think, and that's you really take the time to interact with your fans on social media. Because, like, I noticed there's some folks that set up their method of social media to basically put out business type of automated posts. But I see from your posts, they're all straight from you, right down, I remember, to a recent visit that you said you had with the dentist. And talk about how social media has made an impact for you, your fans, and your career.
I'm a late bloomer in social media. When MySpace came out, I barely used it. When YouTube came out, when Facebook came out, I don't use Facebook very much, although Nina Hartley does have a fan page. I love Twitter because Twitter is immediate and it's direct. And my fans who meet me in person know that I will take the time to hug you and squeeze your booty and talk to you and listen to your problems for a minute and give you some advice or take a picture. I'll give you time. So people don't mind standing in my line because they know that when they get to the front of the line, they'll get that same attention too. What I like about Twitter especially is that it's designed to be short and sweet. I can post a picture from a set. I can post, here's what I'm doing today. And it's not a big, long, involved thing. It's public, so it's not like I'm having a private conversation. It's a public conversation. And so I've taken to Twitter quite well. I like it a lot. And I don't Instagram, I don't Reddit, I don't Tumblr, and I barely Facebook, but I do tweet. Twitter is where it's at for me.
All right, right on. Now, I want to follow up on the social media impact, like as far as the adult film industry. You know, it seems like it's been able to stay ahead of the game, like as far as technology. This might sound ancient to some folks, but I just want to give a quick walkthrough because, like, I remember when I was a teenager in the 90s, VHS tapes was like white hot. And like, if people wanted to see the latest films featuring you, Lex Steele, Jake Steed, whatever your cup of tea is, folks, you basically had to, in our case, my case growing up, you either had to go to your best friend in school who somehow managed to get a hold of his dad's tapes, you know, or like it was like through a friend of a friend. And then over here, like in DC, we got the mom and pop stores, and you just walk in there and you say, I need to see the black folder. And they like know exactly what you mean when you say that. How critical has all this been as far as like the continued growth and success for the industry from when you started to now?
Film was just dying, video was taking off. It was the era of the VHS tape. And so a performer was hostage to who would hire them for a day, what we call a day rate. So I do a scene, I get paid one time. They can put that scene in 6 different movies and sell it 6 different ways, but the performers get paid one time and that's it. Now, with the internet and so-called free porn and the ease of no longer having to leave your home, you used to have to go out of the house to the store, go through a door, in public and look for a movie. I mean, you really had to be motivated. And so it was very easy to keep it out of the hands of kids because kids were not permitted in these places. You had to show your ID if you looked suspect, which is a good thing. And so what's changed now since the internet is the studio system that used to exist. I work for Studio A, who makes the movie and releases it. I go to the shows. People see that I'm popular, and Studio B hires me, and they release it. So it's a question of getting your day rate. So now what the internet has done is both destroyed the business model as we knew it, and now after a burn, the new growth, the forest may be burned down, but the new trees are coming up. Bushes are coming up where trees used to be. So now it's no longer a full-time job for most people, but it is a more self-regulated job. So if I am a young woman and I come into the business, I can use it instead of it using me. I can do some scenes, I can do social media, I can do cam shows, and there's Naked.com, there's Chatterbait, there is StreamMate, there is KinkLive.com. There are so many different ways that a individual performer can interface in real time with her client base with no middleman except the streaming platform. That's a huge jump. So now Susie, the porn chick, can go directly to her client, and she doesn't have to worry about Company C not hiring her, and therefore her last movie is a year old. Like, no, I'm doing a scene. Here's my website. So I have a website, so you can see my movies on my website. You can see me stream live videos, so you're streaming live sex. I get a piece of that. So the varying places to make money are greater than before. And so an entrepreneurial young woman with a good work ethic and no stupid spending habits can make a living, and more importantly, set up her own schedule and have her own time to herself. And that's not a bad thing. So it's, Mondays I go to the gym, Tuesdays I do streaming video, Wednesdays I'm doing a scene, Thursday I'm going to go work at the Pro Dom studio, et cetera, et cetera. So now adult entertainment is more of a part-time job than it is a full-time gig. It was a full-time gig for a number of years, and now it's back to being part-time for most people. So I can do bookstore appearances. There are more ways now with the internet for the provider, i.e. Susie Cream Cheese, to interact with the end user, i.e. the fan, and get money directly from them. So no more can a director say, you'll never work in this town again. That's bullshit.
Right, and that's very good. That's very good. I know it's probably going to sound like a how can it get any better type of question, given everything that you just said. But do you think, in your honest opinion, that there's another big boom for the industry waiting to occur in the next few years? If so, how long you think it's going to take, and what is it you see that hasn't quite caught on yet?
Well, the creation and delivery model of porn has forever been changed by digital media and the internet, so that's never going to come back. I don't know what the next big thing is. I think what's going to continue to grow is the performer-fan interfacing, and where I, the fan, and also when I, the fan, join someone's site, I know that my money's going to her. And I, the fan, go to Susie Cream Cheese's live streaming show, I know she's getting the money herself, not some manager, not some boyfriend. She's getting the money herself. Because at the end, for example, I do StreamMate. And at the end of any block of time online, I can go to somebody says that my earnings, and I can see how much money I just earned in that last hour, because the number they post is my net. And that is really nice. So if I work every day, I know an amateur MILF. She's good enough looking. She's neither beautiful nor ugly, neither big nor small, neither young nor old. She is a certain, she's in her mid-40s, and she's mother of two half-grown kids, but she works on StreamMate 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, and she nets about $100 an hour working out of her home. Now, so she has to have discipline to keep going back every day, but she's built a fan base. She's built regulars who know that, oh my gosh, Wednesday I get to go see Susie, yay! And so she earns a decent living for herself on 20 hours a week. So the nice thing about the internet is that a woman with a good work ethic or some savvy and some hooks and some get up and go can totally do well for herself and be her own boss. And that's not a bad thing.
I want to ask you something. I've noticed over the years, and this actually kind of came as a surprise to me, there's actually some of your fans out there who've been very vocal about you doing interracial scenes, at least in particular, more frequently. They want to see you do the whole white on white. Does it kind of bother you when you come across that type of criticism for fans? Like, how do you shake that off?
Well, I've done interracial. First, I hate that it's a category, but this is America, and we're not post-racial, so the idea of the black male and the white female is an enduring pornographic fantasy for people of all ages, shapes, colors, and sizes. My first scene was interracial, and I never understood women I never understood the counsel that don't do interracial because it'll take your value down, because that's never been my problem. And I've lost fans because I do interracial, and to them I say, good riddance, don't let the door hit you on the way out. I don't want racists in my fan base. If they don't like me, sucking black dick, go away now. I'm not going to stop, please. Not only am I not going to stop, I can't take back all the interracial things I've done. So, even if I never did another one, again, with the internet, it's always there. So 2 clicks away, you can see me with anybody. You can see Shawn Michaels, Lexington Steele, Mr. Marcus, Ray Victory, going back to the old 80s. So people have a right. Now, as an individual, every performer has the right to do or not do whatever it is they want. So if a woman decides, I don't want to do interracial on camera, that's her prerogative. She may or may not be a racist asshole, but she gets to not do anything on camera she doesn't want to do. And conversely, I get to do on camera anything I do want to do. And partly, I don't fetishize race, so it's not like black men are hotter than white men. I fetishize individuals. So I tell people, if I like you, your skin color doesn't bother me. If I don't like you, it doesn't help. I will take the guy I like over a fetishized object. So if I like you, I like you, and your skin color doesn't make you more or less sexy to me. Right. But I'm weird that way. I don't have a lot of fetishes. The ones I do are not race-based fetishes. They're body part or personality-based fetishes. I really like boobs. I like a nice ass. That kind of thing. For me, if I can make a cracker uncomfortable, I'm down with that. I would like to tie Cliven Bundy down and make him watch me, give head to Shawn Michaels. I mean, come on. So yeah, I don't have no truck with racists. I just can't stand them.
That's crazy. Can you do me a huge favor? Can you shed any light on what the heck was going on with Jake Steed? I heard something a couple of years back. He got into some type of trouble, and nobody's seen him since.
I haven't worked with Jake in 20 years. I have no idea what happened to him. I have no clue. He was such a good-looking guy with a dick that fucking to next week. I did a couple of good scenes with him, but I never knew him personally. He was never a friend of mine, so I have no idea what happened to him. So I can shed no light. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I remember when we were trying to set up the show with you last week, I remember you were talking about how you're doing your show. I know you do a live web show, but correct me if I'm wrong, do you do also a live internet show?
Right. Every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Pacific on Nina.com, I do an hour of my web show. So if I'm a solo, it's a masturbation show with conversation and an orgasm. If I have a lady friend on the show with me, then she gets all my attention and she has all the orgasms.
Give them more details so they can check it out.
Okay, well, my website is Nina.com. But if you don't want to join my site, that's fine. So if you're a non-member, and on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Pacific, if you go to ninahartley.cammodels.com, that'll get you in as a pay-by-the-hour person. And you deal with your credit card information with that, and then you come in and see the show. So if you don't have to be a member, but you can watch a la carte if you so desire. My shows tend to be very sex-based, so I had Charlie Piper on the show on Tuesday, and of the 60 minutes, 40 solid minutes were fucking. She said, I'd like the strap on, so I fucked her for 40 minutes of the strap on. Dildo, darn, heck, oh, boo, hoo, hoo. I had such a terrible time. Oh, my God. And then we spent the last 5 minutes on the show just sitting there talking with people and saying, hey, how you doing? And then it was over. So when I have a guest, it's all about sex. I'm naked the whole time. I don't tease people. I'm a bad person that way. I start naked and that's how it is. And then the show's about sex. It's either sex with myself or sex with somebody else. Occasionally I get a boy on the show with me, a man, and so it's boy-girl sex with fucking and sucking, which is awesome. And but most of the time it's a lady, because I don't like asking boys to work for free because it's not as easy for them to then go and work the next day. It's hard for porno dudes to have a relationship because women don't understand that they can't have sex tonight because tomorrow they have a scene and they have to be strong for the scene because, hey, that is rent and everything.
Let me understand if I got that right. So when you're getting ready to prepare for a scene, like the next day, you don't have sex with your partner?
Well, if you're a dude, you probably don't. Women, it doesn't matter because women are paid because they're willing, men because they're able. Some guys have a song of sex party that they can make love with their girl on Wednesday night and still work Thursday morning. You go, guy. You go. Woo! But most guys just try to, most guys just try to shepherd their energy, so to speak, and prefer not to have sex the day before a scene. Every guy handles themselves differently in this area, and that's very personal. And so it can be very few men in the business. I'd say barely 20% of the men in the business have regular, ongoing, intimate relationships with women off camera, as in girlfriends. Relatively speaking, very few are willing or able to manage that relationship and manage their career as a sex worker at the same time. Some guys have always had girlfriends and a career, and other guys have always been single off camera, like they're married to the gym and their job, and that's it. And then occasionally some are able. James Dean has a relationship. Doan is in a relationship. J. Crew has an off-camera partner. I think Michael Vegas does. I know that Rocco Siffredi has a wife off camera, and Manuel Ferrar has an off-camera girlfriend. So some guys are able to manage both a relationship and a job that involves their penis, but not every guy can do that.
How about Vanessa Blue? I remember she had like a reality show where she was looking for love, and when she told the guys what she did.
I believe she's engaged to Michael Federosi, who's an industry lawyer. I don't know if she works on camera anymore. I am not familiar enough with her career to know what she's doing today.
Let the good folks know what appearances you got coming up, how they can catch you and everything, meet you in person.
Well, if they want to follow me on Twitter, it's at NinaLand. Instead of Disneyland, it's NinaLand. My website is nina.com. Again, the non-member web show every Tuesday at 7 Pacific is ninahartley.cammodels.com. My book is Nina Hartley's Guide to Total Sex, which you can find on Amazon. Let's see what else. And my educational tapes from Adam and Eve, Nina Hartley Guides, are there to help people pick up the skills that they can use to make their sex life better. And I hope to come back one day and talk some more.
Well, yeah, we definitely want to have you back one day, of course. I mean, we're following one another, so let's definitely stay in contact. And hell yeah, we got to have you back.
Okie dokie pokey, you have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much for doing this.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miss Nina Hartley. That was a really, really insightful interview. I hope you guys had appreciated that.